What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Dave. Today we're going to be heading out to Felton, Delaware, going to Killens Pond, fishing from a kayak, trying to get on some fish. Hope you guys do enjoy this video. All right, guys, we have made it right here to Killens Pond. Got some butterflies zooming around on the shore here. The water's looking pretty clear. And this is a pond that I really have not been to in a couple of years, despite me living in this area. It's a real big pond. We got the brand new long walkway here that's meant for fishing and for hikers and everything else like that. But it's a really nice park. The main park is over there on the other side of this pond. There's hiking trails all around it. And the fishing is pretty good at times, at least from my previous experience a few years ago. But we've got a few different baits tied on here, gonna throw around. We've got 2 hours to fish, and we're gonna cover as much water as possible out here. Got a beautiful day, and we're just gonna see what Killens Pond has to offer today. Let's get right after it. Man, that water does feel pretty good on my feet here. Nice and clear, way more clear than I remember in the past. I'd say the water temperature right now is probably upper 60s, low 70s possibly. It has certainly warmed up here quite a bit lately, and it should make for some good late spring fishing out here. Baits I'm going to be using to start off are lipless crankbaits. Got a classic Rapala Rip and Wrap and a Bill Lewis rattle trap. Rattle trap is a 1/4 ounce, and the Rip and Wrap is I believe 3/16 of an ounce. So we're kind of going small to start off, just see if we can get something in the boat, and we'll go from there. This dock thing right here is absolutely wild. I mean, a year ago, there was nothing here. But this was a big multi-million-dollar project that the state did to make it safer for people to walk along the road here. Because before you just had to walk along the guardrail over there. And it gives people some more fishing access. Although, if you catch something big off of there, it's gonna be a little bit tricky without a long net to get that fish up on that thing. That's something I'm noticing right out of the gate here. But I think we're gonna start off kind of in the middle, see if we can't get on some bass and crappie out in the middle schooling up, and then we'll work our way over to the shoreline. There's a couple other boats out here, so got to make sure we got plenty of room. Actually, I think we're gonna paddle one over to this little cove right here. I've had a lot of luck here years ago. Don't know how it is now, but we'll see if that holds true, the pattern from a few years ago. See if the $4 to get in here is worth it. For in-state people, it's $4 a car. Out of state is $8. Honestly, I think it's ridiculous that they charge in-state people to get in here since we pay taxes anyway, but that's just my opinion. Just start throwing right off of this point, work our way around here, and we'll pop out in the middle for some offshore fishing. You know, with how calm it is right now, I'm not really feeling the lipless too much. It's a little bit of excessive noise with that and extra commotion for such calm water. So I think I'm gonna tie on a little floating minnow, see if I can't get something with that. We'll go with this little natural yellow perch color right here. I'm not even sure if there is yellow perch in Killens Pond, but still a good presentation either way. There's something. Came out of the depths and slurped it. What do we got? Little bluegill? All right, can only go up from here. Starting off small at Killens Pond, first fish here in a couple of years. Little tiny bluegill. Aggressive guy. Toss a floating minnow right up in this little tree here. This time I cast into the tree. But yeah, he was sitting right up under that tree. Came out and pounced on it. Anytime you're fishing a new body of water or a place you haven't been in a while, I always like starting off small just to kind of work my way up and get a feel for what they're eating for the day. Just helps me kind of put a finger on how the day is gonna go, kind of get a pulse of what's gonna go down. And as this video goes on, we'll change up our baits. We'll throw some different stuff, some bigger stuff, go for some bigger fish. Just gonna try to get a variety today. Oh, that was epic. That thing was eating way up in the sticks and everything. I saw the blow up through over there with the wake bait, and that little bass just attacked it. That is so cool. Probably doesn't even look like whatever he was chasing, but you throw in a splash and you're probably gonna get bit. Oh man, that was so cool. With a highly pressured body of water like we have here at Killens Pond, you want to throw something that the fish have probably never seen before. Because on any given Saturday, you're gonna have 10 paddle boats out here, 5 bass boats, and 5 kayaks, all fishing. And that's why I selected this Gary Yamamoto Chikara wake bait. Goes about a foot under the water, and I guarantee you nobody else is throwing it. And it produced this ugly bass right here. He's got an all torn up lip, some spots on his side there, but he's definitely been caught before, probably from this dock right there. But about a pounder, first bass of the day. The way we caught him was super cool. He was aggressive. There he goes. If every other fish in here is as aggressive as that one was, we're gonna have a pretty good day. Been fishing for a while though so far, and that was the first bass I've really seen that's literally leapt out of the water for my bait. So we've got one on the wake bait, we've got one on the floating minnow, and now we're gonna try to get one on the jerk bait. Just continuing to throw things at these fish that they probably have not seen before. These are all brands of lures that are either discontinued or very hard to find. That was a bite right there. First cast with the jerkbait. Sweet. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm using stuff that these things have not seen before, so that is a strategy that I would definitely recommend to you guys at Killens Pond and any other pond that has a lot of pressure. If you're thinking about coming down here and trying to visit, definitely throw them something that they're not used to seeing. There we go, on a jerkbait. Another little bass, smaller than the last one for sure, but we got that reaction strike going on now. 3 different baits, 3 different fish, and we got to be careful here. Oh man, these things are dangerous. Got 3 treble hooks on this bait, so gotta watch out. Another tip I have for fishing Killens Pond in particular, there is a lot of down structure here, a lot of down trees, not too many rocks or anything. There's our 3rd fish of the day. But we do have a lot of structure here, and a lot of people would be afraid to cast around most of it for fear of getting snagged. But if you're in a small boat or a kayak, don't be afraid to cast up in there, because most of the time you can get your bait out, and a lot of times that's where I catch the majority of my fish, is right up close to that structure. Just came around the bend right here, and right here is where the pond really opens up into the biggest portion of open water we have here on Killens Pond. And there's usually some good fishing right out here in the middle for crappie, so that's what I'm gonna try to target next. I'm gonna fish along here for bass first, and then maybe try some more bass over on that shoreline. But yeah, this is normally where I like to fish on this pond, so hopefully the fishing kind of picks up a little bit, but we've been doing okay so far for not having been here in a while. Let's see if we can't find some crappie out here towards the middle of the pond. Have had a lot of luck on crappie here in the past around this time of year, so hoping that pattern pays off here today. Tied on a little Panther Martin spinner, red and black color. I normally don't even use spinners for crappie, but this thing right here has just been tearing it up for me this year on crappie, so I figured I'd give it a go, especially given the fact that there is a lot more wind out here on the open water than there is in the coves. You want that spinner to have that vibrating action that draws the fish in. That's really deadly in the wind, so that's another factor as to why I'm using it right now. There's one, absolutely tiny, whatever it may be, but we got one. And it's a crappie, that's what I was hoping for. It's always tough to locate these crappie without, you know, any kind of electronics like a depth finder, fish finder, anything like that. I'm just out here in a $200 kayak doing my thing. So anytime you can just locate fish by casting around and finding one. This is kind of random right here, but there is channel catfish in here. And that's something that a lot of people don't know. If you're ever staying at the campground here, or you just come for the day or whatever, go over to the dock by the campground and throw some hot dogs or cut bait or something like that off of that dock. And you're probably gonna catch some nice channel cats. Again, it's something that a lot of people don't really realize about Killens Pond, but years ago I had tons of success on the hot dogs off that dock for catching big channel catfish. So if you want some fun, you know, with kids or whatever, take them out there, put a hot dog under a bobber and have a day. Oh, just got absolutely destroyed out here in the middle. Absolutely wrecked. We've drifted quite a ways since we caught that crappie, so knew it would only be a matter of time before we'd find something else. Just got to get him hooked now. He was about 4 or 5 feet down. I let the spinner sink quite a bit more than I was doing previously. Right over there, I don't know if you guys can see it too well, but you should be able to. About 100 yards away from the front of my kayak is the paddle boat rental that they have here. So if you want to come down here, check this place out, rent one of the boats, come out on the water, do a little fishing, a little sightseeing. It is a nice place for that, although you will have to deal with the crowds if you're here on the weekend. But during the week, it's really not too bad. Like right now, today is in the middle of the week, and you know, there's a decent amount of people just strolling around, hiking and stuff. Couple other boats out here, canoes, kayaks, whatever, fishing throughout the pond. But it is a big pond and it can hold quite a few people out here at once, so definitely worth the visit here. Not the best fishery in Delaware for sure, since it is so highly pressured, but it is a decent place to come and fish and spend the day. Well, like I said earlier, I am kind of pressed for time today, and unfortunately my time out here on the pond is coming to an end. But we had a nice little productive day on Killens Pond. Didn't catch anything big, didn't catch a ton of fish, but we did enjoy ourselves out here. 3 different species, the bass, the bluegill, and the black crappie out here today, all on some different baits as well, so that was pretty cool. There is a lot of stuff to do here at Killens Pond in the state park. We got the nature center here. Beyond those trees is a water park. Got the boat rental, of course. If I turn my kayak around here, you can see some of the ample shore access that this place offers with this gigantic ramp. There's also some shore access over here. There's a dock, there's another dock up that way, and there's a bridge all the way at the end of the pond you can fish off of. So plenty of fishing opportunities here. It does have some decent fish in here too. There are some big ones that swim in these waters. We weren't able to find any today, but overall, just a really fun day out here. Hope you guys did learn a little bit about Killens Pond, and hopefully this helped you make up your mind if you want to come check this place out. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please do me a favor, hit the like button down below. Look at that carp coming out of the water. Anyway, hit the like button down below, drop a comment, of course, and hit the red subscribe button. And we'll see you on the next adventure, wherever that may be.